Yeah, same couch, same old beat. Black, don't rush my feet. Lights hum low, steady breeze. Whole room moving in half speed. Phone face down, no scroll. Let the silence play its role. Not much said, it's still cool. Nothing heavy, nothing to prove. We ain't gotta make it loud. Let the gaps talk right now. If it drips, let it slide. No agenda in this ride. Talking about nothing, yeah. Let it swing, let it bend. No point, no direction. That's how nights end. Just a pocket and a phrase. Couple words off beat. If it's gone by the sunrise, it was good just to be. Coffee cold, still sip, same loop in the speaker. It's Friday night, no scene. Just us killing minutes, half jokes, half choke. Loose talk, no rules, all the pauses hit right. More real than a punchline. Don't ask where this goes, he already moving slow. If it's light, let it stay. If it's quiet, let it play. Talking about nothing, yeah. Let it swing, let it bend. No point, no direction. That's how nights end. Just a pocket and a phrase. Couple words off beat. If it's gone by the sunrise, it was good just to be. Silence, talking back to me. No need to answer everything. Every space between the lines feels closer than the rhyme. Talking about nothing. Volume real low. Just your voice in the mix. Riding out slow. Just a pocket and a phrase. Nothing to keep. If it's gone by tomorrow, that's enough for me. No hook, no headline. Just time starting bright. If your face, that's fine. We was here, that's mine. Yeah. You good? Yeah. Just chillin'. Yeah. Windows cracked open, hear the buzzers pass. Didn't even notice how long we've sat. You're reading headlines, not really reading. I'm stirring ice that's already melting. Asked if you slept well, you kinda shrugged. Said something like enough is enough. We start a sentence, then let it drop. Like neither of us needs to reach the dot. Let it be whatever this is. No need to label a moment like this. No plans, no rush. Just staying in touch. Let it drift wherever it goes. Half-formed words that nobody owes. Right now's enough. Just staying in touch. Fan keeps spinning like a lazy groove. We talked about leaving, never moved. Your shoe taps time to a song we forgot. The same 8 bars looping on the spot. You showed me a picture, I smiled too late. Didn't even catch what you tried to say. Funny how nothing becomes the day, and somehow it slips away. Let it be whatever this is. No need to measure quiet like this. No plans, no rush. Just staying in touch. Let it drift wherever it goes. Simple as breathing. Nobody knows right now it's enough. Just staying in touch. Yeah. Do we eat yet? Maybe not. We probably should. Later. Like stars leaning toward the floor. Shadows stretch across the door. You look up just to check I'm there. I nod back from the same old chair. Nothing solved and nothing missed. No grand meaning in the mist. Just two people letting time exist without trying to fix it. Let it be whatever this is. No need to carry the weight of it. No plans, no rush. Just staying in touch. Let it drift wherever it goes. Easy as silence. Comfortable right now is enough. Yeah, that's enough. I should probably go soon. Yeah. Not yet though. Not yet. fan turning slow. Afternoon doing nothing special. The soda can clicks open like a tiny victory. Curtains breathing in the afternoon breeze. Sunlight sitting lazy on the wooded floor, like it doesn't really need to move anymore. A chair leans back with quiet confidence. Coffee ring marking slow evidence. A playlist hums through dusty air, like a friend who knows we're there. Let the chill settle in the room. Let the afternoon bloom. No plans, no destination, just low-key conversation. Let the chill settle down. Soft groove all around. Let the record spin slow. Let the easy hours flow. Yeah, yeah. Ceiling fan, writing circles in the sky. Notebook open but the page stays dry. Phone face down like it's taking the day off. Clock on the wall, got his shoes kicked off. A neighbor laughs from across the street. Bike wheels humming under soft concrete. Playing by the window leaning to the light, like it's listening to the rhythm of the afternoon vibe. Let the chill settle in the room. Let the afternoon bloom. No plans, no destination, just low-key conversation. Let the chill settle down. Soft groove all around. Let the record spin slow. Let the easy hours flow. You ever notice? Some afternoons don't really go anywhere. They just exist. And that's enough. Fans still spinning, sun drifting low, beat still looping, nice and slow. Beat on low, treble close, window cracked, city ghost. You say something small and slow, I let it go. Half a joke, no punchline, loose thought drifting off time. Words don't need to fully land, just expand. Little gaps inside the flow, that's the part I like the most. Nothing said, we need to hold, let it roll. These are just background minutes, soft talk, living in it. No point trying to pin it, let's stay light. Just background minutes, loose words, no limits. Nothing major in it, just late night time. Piano chords and gentle loops, send for bars, different truths. You change topics mid-sentence, makes sense. Snare and clap like quiet steps, bass line barely breaks a sweat. Conversation built like air, light there. Timing sitting slightly late, swing behind the things we say. We don't try to elevate, we just play. These are just background minutes, soft talk, living in it. No point trying to pin it, but it stay light. Just background minutes, loose words, no limits. Nothing major in it, just late night time. No big hook, no surprise, just a tone that slowly rides. If it never really shines, still fine. These are just background minutes, same groove every visit. Press repeat, we're in it one more time. Just background minutes, fade low when they finish. No message, just rhythm and passing time. Yeah. Windows down, no plan today, just ride. Sun on the dash, coffee still warm. Radio half lost between two stations. You draw circles on the fog of the glass, talking about nothing, like it matters. Traffic light blinking slow, you stay left or right. I shrug, either one works tonight. Wind in the car like a quiet song. Words fall out then drift along. No big story, no grand design, just miles rolling under time. Windows down, no plan tonight. City sliding past the headlights, laughing at the smallest lines, talking just to pass the time. Windows down, no place to be. Road keeps writing melody. If we never choose a lane, I still drive this way again. Yeah, gas station glow in the parking lot. You buy snacks we don't really want. Receipt flutters out the door like a tiny paper passport. You say something half serious, then laugh before it lands. I keep the rhythm on the steering wheel, like a drummer with no band. And street lights blinking one by one, night unfolding on the run. Somewhere music finds the lane, somewhere silence feels the same. Windows down, no plan tonight. City sliding past the headlights, laughing at the smallest lines, talking just to pass the time. Windows down, no place to be. Road keeps writing melody. If we never choose a lane, I still drive this way again. You ever notice how the best days are the ones where nothing really happens? Yeah, those are the good ones. Windows down, radio low, the road keeps moving. License so. Woke up late, missed the train, didn't even mind that much. Made some coffee, let it sit while I check my phone and such. Sun came through the window slow, hit the floor, then climbed the chair. Didn't feel like going anywhere, so I stayed right there. Nothing special going on, just another kind of day. Let the rhythm carry it, don't need much to say. Take it easy, take it slow, let the hours fall in line. If nothing really happens, that's fine. That's fine. Ooh. Walked outside to get some air, didn't know what I went for. I passed the shop, heard a song I think I've heard before. Didn't stop, kept moving, let it follow for a while. Sometimes that's enough reason just to walk another mile. Nothing special going on, just the city doing its thing. Every little sound around feels like part of the swing. No big plans, no big signs, no need to redefine. If nothing really happens, that's fine. Didn't check the time, didn't need to. The day kind of kept itself together. Back home, same old chair, same light, different hour. Put the music on again, let it play a little louder. Didn't it glass tonight. Steam rising off the stove, tiny kitchen amber glow. Outside buses drag through rain, inside nothing needs a name. Cold windows fog beneath the streetlights, silver blur and passing white lines. You tucked your sleeves into your hands like the evening understood the plan. No candles, no expensive wine, just leftovers and borrowed time. Still somehow the room felt full in a way that luxury never could. Warm plates, cold windows, city moving far below. We stayed hidden in the haze like the night forgot our names. No urgency inside the air, no performance anywhere, just the comfort of being known without needing to explain your soul. Warm place, cold windows, rain riding down the glass. Nothing perfect in the moment, still I hoped it wouldn't pass. Warm place, cold windows, late nights settling deep. Funny how the smallest evenings can feel too good to leave, yeah. TV glowing without sound, neighbor footsteps underground, sink still, full from earlier. Neither one of us really cared. You asked something half asleep about whether peace can keep its shape once morning starts, pulling people back apart. I laughed soft and said, I don't know. Watch the rain distort the road. Maybe peace is only real when nobody tries to hold it still. And for once the silence sat easy between where we were at. No need to rescue every pause from becoming what it was. Outside sirens bent and blurred, inside we barely used our words. Still the room said plenty clear that we were alright here. Not forever, not pretend, not some movie perfect end. Just two people slowing down enough to hear themselves again. Warm place, cold windows, breathing with the storm outside. Everything we didn't say still settled in the light, yeah. Warm place, cold windows, midnight turning slow, and for a little while nowhere else felt close to home, yeah. Than we thought, not fireworks or sudden drops. Maybe it's staying at the table long after dinner stops. Maybe it's shared silence without panic filling in. Maybe it's feeling understood before the sentence even ends. The rain kept falling either way, city drowning in its pace. But inside that little room, time loosened its grip for a change. Warm place, cold windows, night fading into blue. Nothing life-changing happened, still I remember you. Warm place, cold windows, morning almost near, and somehow the quiet felt louder than anything we'd hear all year. Drying by the sink, yeah. Rain finally slowing down. Warm plates, cold windows, still glowing in my mind. Yeah. Hear that? Radio barely holding the station. Balcony door half open wide, summer air and passing lights. Plastic chair against the rail, ashtray full, paint chip pale. Your hair moved with the traffic wind, Late night voices drifting in. Neither one of us said much. Still the silence stayed in touch. Radio singing through the static haze. Half the words just fell away. Funny how the missing parts still sounded honest in the dark. Nobody trying to impress, nobody reaching for the next. Just two shadows leaning still, letting midnight choose the field. No dramatic point to prove, nothing heavy left to move. Just enough sound in the air to remind us we were there. Static on the balcony, city glowing underneath. Signal breaking, voices blur, still somehow it all gets heard. Static on the balcony, nothing clear but everything deep. We let the noise turn into calm and stayed there till the night was gone. Yeah, yeah. Down below the taxis rolled like tire stories getting old. Neon flickered on and off, rain smell rising from the block. You laughed once then looked away, like the moment might break if we touched it with too much thought. So we let it stay unfocused. Phone screens dark beside the door, neither cared to check before. For a while the world outside could spin without us deciding why. Maybe pieces sounding small, like a weak transmission call. Not loud enough to steal the room, just enough to drift through you. Maybe love looks more like this, shared air and unfinished sentences. No perfect line, no grand reveal, just a quiet thing that feels real. Static on the balcony, night unfolding patiently. Every broken little sound made the silence softer somehow. Static on the balcony, nothing solved, nothing complete. Still I think about that air like some part of me stayed there, yeah, yeah. Ooh. Soon the station disappeared, only static left to hear. But we never turned it off, never needed something clear. There's a comfort in distortion when you stop demanding sense. Some nights don't need resolution to mean something in the end. So we stayed until the sky started fading out of blue. Neither saying don't go yet, like we both already knew. Static on the balcony, morning light beneath our feet. Signal gone, but something stayed floating in the afterwave. Static on the balcony, no big ending, no release. Just two people letting time move slow enough to finally breathe. Yeah. Radio still humming low, city waking down below. Static on the balcony, still ringing softly in me. Yeah. Same air, same room, nothing asking to be noticed. Bus rolled past right on time. Neighbors smoke beneath the sign. Kitchen lights stay slightly dim. Radio low, signal thin. I answer calls with half a voice. Made small talk without a choice. Didn't feel inspired or lost. Just another day being crossed. Nothing cinematic came, no surprise attached a name. Even dinner tasted plain, like comfort trying not to change, yeah. And somehow in the middle of it, without warning or intent, the The quiet settled in my chest like I knew exactly where it went. The days stay quiet, no moment trying to shine. And maybe that's the reason it still circles in my mind. The days stay quiet, nothing begged to last. Still somehow it lingered longer than the loud ones from the past. Yeah. I've had nights that felt enormous, burned bright enough to leave a mark. But memory turns those into pieces, hard edges fading in the dark. This one barely raised its hand, didn't need to take a stand. Just sat low against the hours like rain absorbed into the ground. No revelation showed itself, no lesson waiting on a shelf. I just moved from room to room without resisting afternoon. And I think maybe that's the trick, nothing fighting to exist. Leaves enough untouched inside for the smallest things to stick. Like the sound of dishes drying, or the hallway painted gold, or how I didn't need distraction to keep the evening from growing old. The days stay quiet, still I feel it now. Not because it asked attention, but because it settled down. The days stay quiet, no climax to explain, just a softness that remained after everything else changed. Yeah. Maybe peace arrives unnoticed, without language, without signs. Not every meaningful moment needs to announce itself in time. Some days enter through the background and never really leave, like your body keeps a rhythm your thoughts forgot to keep. I went to sleep without conclusions, no dramatic shift inside. Still the morning felt a little lighter, like something heavy stepped aside. Maybe memory trusts the moments that don't force themselves to stay, the ones that simply sit beside you long after they drift away. The days stayed quiet, nothing special in the frame. Still somehow I carry pieces of a day without a name. The days stayed quiet, no reason left to prove, just a calm that kept returning long after I had moved. Nothing major, nothing new, still here somehow. The days stay quiet, and maybe I did too. Tuesday came in quiet again. Bus stop shadows on the wall, laundry humming down the hall, coffee cooling by the sink. Morning didn't stop to think, no big weather rolling through. Nothing different, nothing new, same old jacket, same routine. Still the air felt strangely clean. Tuesday never asked too much, didn't need to interrupt, just arrived without a sound and slowly settled all around. No pressure hanging overhead, no dramatic words unsaid. Even traffic seemed to move like it finally found a groove. I kept waiting for the catch, some sharp turn or sudden crack, but the hours only flowed soft and ordinary slow. Tuesday never asked who I was or where I've been, didn't need a better version, just let me walk around in it. Tuesday never asked for ambition or a plan, and maybe that's why somehow I could finally breathe again. Yeah. across the floor. Tiny crack beside the door. Co-workers laughing down the line like background singers, killing time. Phone stay quiet in my coat. No emergency to hold. Funny how the lack of noise can make small moments feel whole. I've had days that scream for meaning, pulled my thoughts in every way. This one barely touched my shoulder, still I remember it today. Because nothing tried too hard, no emotional fireworks, just a calm that stayed long enough to finally do its work. Maybe peace comes dressed as plain, without thunder, without change. Maybe healing looks like this, a day that doesn't resist. No revelation in the air, still I felt lighter standing there, like the world stopped asking me to constantly be calm. Tuesday never asked if I mattered or belonged, just held the shape of quiet long enough to carry on. Tuesday never asked for a story I could sell, still somehow that little day sat inside me well. Yeah, yeah. I used to overlook the soft days, searching hard for something bright, but the loud ones leave so quickly, like sparks dissolving in the night. Now I think the deeper moments rarely end up making noise. They just rest aside your breathing till your body trusts the choice. And somewhere between the errands and the fading afternoon, I stop feeling chased by time for an hour or two. Tuesday never asked nothing more than I could give, and maybe that's the reason why I still remember it. Tuesday never asked, still it stayed somehow, like a hand against my shoulder, without needing to reach out. Tuesday came and went, like a new night to disturb the room. Tuesday never asked, and I think I needed that. Tuesday came and went.
Yeah. Late day breathing slow again. The curtains sway in a tired breeze, coffee rings on the magazine, neighbors talking down the hall like they got nowhere else to fall. The ceiling fan keeps lazy time turning circles through my mind. No ambition in the air, just enough to keep me there. Street lights waiting not to shine, evening balance in the line between disappearing gold and another night unfolding. Nothing pulling at my sleeve, nothing asking me to leave. Windows glowing soft and low, like they already know. Some days don't need to mean a thing, no dramatic awakening, just a body still and warm, watching quiet take its form. Amber hours stay a while, leave me somewhere in between the miles. I don't fight it, I don't force it, I just breathe through amber hour. Yeah, amber hour, soft and slow, every little shadow moving gold. I don't need to understand it, I just live inside amber hour. hang still above the floor, like it settled here before. Old train humming far away, breaking through the fading day. Phone untouched beside the bed, too many words already said. Even silence feels complete, resting heavy in the heat. Clock hands barely seem to move, like they forgot what time should prove. Everything outside can wait while the room recalibrates. If tomorrow wants my name, it can call me just the same. I'm not hiding, not pretending, just somewhere the light is bending. Every second stretching thin, like the night can't quite begin, and the world slows down enough to almost feel like love. Remember hours, stay a while, leave me drifting in your patient style. I don't fight it, I don't force it, I just move through amber hour. Yeah, amber hour, dim and sweet, halfway dancing with the summer heat. I don't rush to understand it, I just stay inside amber hour. Soon the blue will take the sky, and the day will close its eyes. But for now it hangs above, soft as unfinished love. So let the moment blur the edge, let it lean, don't make it land. Some things only stay alive when you never hold them tight. Amber hour. Ooh, nothing ending, nothing loud, just the city breathing out. Yeah, amber hour. Yeah. We were halfway talking when it happened. No countdown, no dramatic sign, just kinda slipped into it. Then you opened eyes unfocused, laughing more than staying on it. You said that sounds kinda good. I said yeah, probably should. No review and no compare, didn't need to get us there. Something in the loosened pace made the choice fall into place. Waiting nodding, pen in hand, like he knew before we did. Funny how the smallest move can feel accidentally lived. We were tired of optimizing, turning moments into trials. Sometimes overthinking steals the easy rhythm from the night. We picked it midway through the sentence, didn't even let it land. No big reason, no conviction, still it fit us better than the plan. Yeah, we picked it midway through the sentence, somehow that was right. Maybe some things work much better without trying to be wise. There's a peace inside momentum when you stop rehearsing outcomes. Every option starts to blur when you need too much from one. This just happened soft and easy, like the room had made the call. And for once I didn't need to control it all at all. Water shining in the light, conversations folding slow. Even waiting felt aligned, like nowhere else to go. Not surrender, not neglect, just enough trust to select. Some decisions breathe much better without pressure on their neck. Yeah, maybe life is mostly this, tiny leaps that barely register. You move first, then understand why it settled where it did. Not every road needs certainty, not every choice needs proof. Some things only show their shape after you move through. And if it misses by a little, that's still closer than before. Perfection keeps the body frozen, good enough opens the door. Yeah, we picked it midway through the sentence, half empty, music low. Nobody rushed to leave. The way we got there didn't matter, only how it seemed to breathe. Yeah. Picked it midway. No dramatic story left to tell. Just one of those nights that sat with us well. Yeah. 3 a.m. and somebody's still awake below me. Floorboards creak beneath the dark. Fridge light hums through the apartment. Street lamp leaking through the blinds. Painting silver across the night. I should probably be asleep, but my thoughts won't loosen easy. So I pace from room to room, listening to the building breathe. Then I notice through the crack, underneath the stairwell black, a little line of amber glow from the apartment down below. Don't know their name, don't know their story. Still somehow it changes things, knowing someone else is awake with me. No conversation, no knock at the door, just another quiet soul ignoring sleep. And for a second the night feels less heavy on my chest. Lights still on downstairs, soft gold under the door. Funny how a little presence can settle a room you thought was yours. Lights still on downstairs, while the whole city fades. And somehow that tiny window glow makes me feel okay. Maybe they're reading in the kitchen, maybe washing coffee cups, maybe fighting off the same restless kind of midnight rush. Sometimes I hear footsteps pause, then move slowly down the hall, like they're carrying thoughts around, trying not to let them fall. And I never need to meet them, never need to know their face. There's comfort in anonymous lives, existing close within the same space. The world feels less enormous when another shadow moves inside the quiet architecture of these sleepless rooms. Oh, grand connection formed, no life suddenly transformed. Still the loneliness softens shape every time I see that frame. Tiny glowing square of light, holding steady through the night, like a silent reassurance. Someone else survived today too. Lights still on downstairs, blue hours stretching thin. Everything feels less empty, knowing someone else stayed in. Lights still on downstairs, no words exchanged at all. Still I think I sleep easier when I catch that glow below the wall. Yeah, yeah. Maybe people help each other in smaller ways than we expect, not through speeches or grand gestures, but simple evidence they exist. A light left on too late, a chair dragged across the floor, a distant laugh through old apartment walls when you thought the night was yours alone. And eventually that window darkens, one soft click and it is gone. But somehow the calm remains long after they've moved on. Lights still on downstairs, morning almost in the sky. And for once the silence didn't feel like something I had to survive. Lights still on downstairs, fading with the dawn. Still the warmth of knowing someone stayed awake lingers on. Yeah. Yeah. 1% left. Guess we gotta mean what we say now. Phone screen cracked across the time. Tiny red bar warning light. You laughed and said, don't call me yet. Save it for something worth the breath. Street was loud outside the train. Summer sticking to the rain. Still somehow the signal stayed long enough for us to drift away. No scrolling through another life. No links, no memes, no killing time. Just pauses humming through the line. Like neither one of us could hide. Funny how the closer that the battery gets inside your hand, the more the conversation sounds like something real again. No room left for decoration, no extra words for presentation. Just whatever rises first before the screen goes dark. Low battery conversations, voices softer than the night. No performance, no distractions, just whatever feels alive. Low battery conversations, holding on at 1%. Maybe honesty comes easier when you know the time is spent. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You said lately every day feels uploaded overplay. Everybody trying hard to look lit up in the dark. I said maybe that's the cost of never letting moments stop. Everything becomes content before it ever gets to live. Silence settled for a while, train tracks dragging underneath. Neither one of us rushed in to rescue every little beat. And somehow that unfinished space said more than sentences could make. Like the dying phone between us burned away the need to fake. Not dramatic, not profound, just two tired voices slowing down. No urgency to entertain, no energy left to explain. If the line cuts out too soon, maybe that's okay too. Some things don't need perfect endings to stay with you. Low battery conversations, late train glowing blue and gray. Half the words got lost in static, still I heard the things you meant to say. Low battery conversations, almost gone but feeling clear. Funny how the weakest signal can make somebody feel near. Yeah, yeah. Then your voice turned soft and small. Said my phone's about to fall. I said mine too, and let it breathe. Neither wanting first to leave. And for a second all the noise of deadlines, feeds and daily voice felt far enough away to finally hear the room. Maybe connection isn't louder, maybe it's just less disguised. Maybe people talk more truthfully, closer to goodbye. Low battery conversations, last few seconds glowing red. No dramatic declarations, still your voice stayed in my head. Low battery conversations, signal fading into night. But something in the way we spoke still feels switched on inside. Call back. Low battery conversations, still charging slow in my mind. Nobody rushing anywhere tonight. Yeah. Clock light glowing by the bed, blue and quiet, almost dead. Rain tapping lightly on the vent, like it forgot what falling meant. Shoes kicked somewhere near the door. keys still scattered on the floor. I said I'd clean the place today, but the evening got in the way. And honestly I let it, no guilt attached to resting. For once the world can spin without me trying to direct it. No deadlines in the room, no pressure dressed as truth. Just a little air to breathe, and enough space to loosen me. Phone face down, TV low, city dim behind the smoke. Everything can wait a while, nothing's leaving if I slow down. No urgency tonight, no need to optimize. I'm not chasing anything, and somehow that feels right. Ain't no urgency tonight, let the hours move how they like. Some days don't need a purpose to feel alive. I used to fill the silence fast, like empty space would never last. Every second had to lead to something bigger than the scene. Now I kinda like the drift, the unfinished shape of it. Dinner late and dishes stacked, nothing polished, nothing tracked. Neighbor laughing through the wall, train line humming after dark. Tiny ordinary sounds holding this apartment down. And I don't need the night explained, don't need progress tied to pain. Maybe peace arrives much softer than I train myself to think. No dramatic healing here, no sudden clarity appears. Just my shoulders dropping slow, like they finally got the note. Outside taxi smear the rain, inside everything remains lucid enough to finally fit the shape of how I actually live. No urgency tonight, street lights fading silver white. I let the minutes pass me by without turning them into a fight. No urgency tonight, no perfect use of time. Still somehow the quiet hours leave the deepest kind of light. Maybe exhaustion isn't always physical. Maybe it's the weight of constant motion, the feeling that every pause needs justification. But tonight nothing asks for proof, not the rain, not the room, not the half-read book beside me, or the record spinning through. And somewhere between midnight and the refrigerator hum, I stopped feeling behind in life for the first time in months. No urgency tonight, everything arriving slow, like the world softened its edges just enough to let me go. No urgency tonight, no destination in sight. Still I think I'll remember how easy breathing felt tonight. Nothing solved, nothing missing, no urgency tonight. And maybe that was all I needed. Yeah. Typing bubble disappeared again. Yeah. Phone lit up at 2:13. Your name glowing soft and green. Still awake was all it said, but it pulled me out my head. Rain was sliding down the fire escape, city breathing under gray. I stared a little before I wrote, like timing changed the way to words. Somewhere between replies, something honest starts to rise. Not fast enough is in sight. No, where is this tonight? Just two people leaving space for silence to participate. Yeah, you send half a thought, I answer half awake. Still somehow the unfinished parts feel like the realest thing we make. Somewhere between replies, we built a little atmosphere. No dramatic declaration, still it felt like you were here. Somewhere between replies, late night glow and tired eyes. Funny how connection grows in the pauses we don't hide. Morning came without goodbye, just your message hours behind. Sorry, fell asleep again. I smiled harder than I should've then. Yeah, funny what the mind can do with tiny digital proof. A sentence barely 5 words long, carry someone through a room. Yeah, and we never forced the pace, never rushed to name the shape. Maybe labels close the air too early for things still becoming. So we stayed inside the drift of almost in little hints, learning each other slowly through time and more than sentences. Some nights you disappear, then show back up sincere, like neither one of us needs constant proof to trust. No pressure to perform, no perfect rhythm form. Still every quiet check-in feels warmer than expected. Somewhere between replies, the feeling learned to breathe. Not loud enough to interrupt, just steady underneath. Somewhere between replies, screams fading into blue. I never knew how much a pause could start resembling truth. Yeah. Maybe modern love sounds softer than the movie said it would. Maybe it's less fireworks exploding, more someone checking if you're good. Maybe intimacy now lives in little glowing signs, a name appearing late at night at exactly the right time. And even when we leave each other waiting, it never feels severe, because the space between responses still somehow keeps you near. Somewhere between replies, no beginning, no clear end. Still the feeling kept unfolding like a song without a tense. Somewhere between replies, midnight resting in my room, and every small unfinished message left a little more of you. Yeah. Type in bubble, gone again. Still smiling at the screen. Somewhere between replies, something stayed alive in me. Street lights coming on slow tonight. Train doors closed behind my back, city breathing through the cracks. Corner store still glowing blue, same old man buying the news. Crosswalk blinking at a time, taxi headlights dragging lines. I've walked this road so many nights, still it changes in this light. Not in a hurry to arrive, kinda letting the distance decide. Somewhere between leaving and home, feels more honest on my own. I don't need the night explained, don't need meaning in the rain. Just the sound of rubber tires and apartment window light. Half the world already sleeps, other half still chasing things. I'm just drifting in between. Halfway home again, halfway home again. Not lost, not there yet, just moving with the city slow, like it knows where I should end. Halfway home again, nothing pulling at my hands. Every block feels the world forgot its plans. Someone laughing from above, balcony spilling yellow buzz, a window fan and TV glow. Tiny lives I'll never know. Phone stays quiet in my coat, no missed calls to interrupt. Funny how the silence feels more complete than being touched. I used to fill these walks with noise, songs and podcasts, restless thoughts. Now I kinda like the space where nothing's asking to be solved. Every step keeps loose time with the rhythm in my mind. No destination pressing hard, no performance after dark. Just the pavement and the air and the feeling I can spare. One more hour, not becoming anything for anyone. Halfway home again, somewhere soft between who I was all afternoon and whoever sleeps in me. Halfway home again, street lights washing gold. Even loneliness tonight feels familiar, not cold. This is why I walk long after I need to. Not to reach another place, but to slowly pass through. All the pressure leaves in pieces somewhere after Avenue 3. By the time I reach my door, there's a lighter version of me. And the city never notices, never asks me where I've been. Still it holds me every night, like a quiet oldest friend. Halfway home again, breathing with the traffic flow. Every passing little sound makes me feel a little known. Halfway home again, no dramatic end, just the comfort of becoming someone softer by the end.